Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today.
And testified on that airplane ride back from France.
The sports world has been shaken to its core. What began as a quiet federal inquiry into suspicious betting activity has now exploded into one of the most shocking investigations in NBA history, one that has drawn the name of LeBron James into headlines far beyond the basketball court. Federal officials have confirmed that surprise searches were carried out at both his Los Angeles mansion and his Ohio estate as part of a sweeping operation codenamed Operation Nothing But Net. What started as a routine review of insider activity within the league has now become a sprawling investigation that touches the highest levels of sports and entertainment. It all began with Damon Jones, LeBron's longtime friend and former teammate. For months, investigators tracked a pattern of messages and financial exchanges that hinted at insider betting tied to NBA matchups. Court documents reveal that on February 9, 2023, Jones allegedly urged a member of a betting ring to place a large wager on the Milwaukee Bucks, the same night LeBron sat out with a reported injury. That game came just 2 days after LeBron broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record, and the timing immediately caught investigators' attention. To them, it looked too precise to be coincidence. Jones was arrested along with several others, including notable figures like Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, in a coordinated FBI takedown spanning 11 states. The operation exposed a vast network of illegal betting and sports manipulation that had reportedly gone undetected for years. According to investigators, the first indictment includes 6 defendants accused of exploiting confidential NBA information for profit. But as agents followed the money and messages, all roads seemed to lead back to LeBron James. No charges have been filed against him, and officials publicly state that LeBron is fully cooperating with the investigation. Yet behind closed doors, insiders describe a different story. Sources claim that agents seized multiple electronic devices, communication logs, and financial records from his properties.
This is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years.
They're reportedly reviewing encrypted messages and overseas transactions involving individuals once close to LeBron's travel and business teams. His name, according to several insiders, appears multiple times within sealed internal reports. Before his arrest, Damon Jones had been living lavishly, frequenting luxury casinos in Las Vegas and boasting about his ties to LeBron. Witnesses recalled him name-dropping LeBron in high-stakes poker lounges, claiming he had access to inside information about player health and team schedules. At first, these claims sounded like exaggerations, but as investigators traced money transfers and message timestamps, the lines between rumor and reality began to blur. The NBA was forced to issue a statement asserting that LeBron had no involvement in Jones's activities and was unaware of any wrongdoing. Still, the optics were disastrous. When federal agents showed up outside LeBron's Brentwood mansion, cameras captured the moment, and within hours, social media exploded. Fans flooded timelines with disbelief. How could the face of the league, the symbol of professionalism and discipline, suddenly find himself linked to an FBI operation? Even more puzzling was the search warrant itself, which referred to coordination of privileged information, a term investigators use when they believe active communication occurred. That detail sparked immediate speculation about just how close LeBron's connection to Jones might have been. From that point, the situation only grew stranger. As agents dug deeper, they reportedly discovered a financial trail that stretched far beyond basketball. Internal memos began referencing the entertainment industry, sponsorship deals, and promotional events, and that's where the name Sean "Diddy" Combs surfaced. Diddy, already facing multiple charges tied to misconduct and financial manipulation, had built an empire of high-end private gatherings, celebrity parties, and secretive business networks. Some of those same financial middlemen, investigators believe, might overlap with individuals connected to the NBA betting ring. That revelation sent the story spiraling into a crossover between sports, crime, and Hollywood intrigue. Weeks before these reports surfaced, LeBron took an unexplained leave from the Lakers, officially listed as an excused personal absence. The timing only fueled more rumors. Then, an old video clip went viral. Footage from an Instagram live session showing LeBron laughing alongside Diddy, joking that there's no party like a Diddy party. At the time, it was harmless celebrity banter. But in light of the investigation, that same clip became viral evidence in the court of public opinion. Online detectives dissected every frame, slowing the video, analyzing expressions, and questioning whether LeBron's relationship with Diddy might run deeper than anyone thought. Behind the scenes, investigators reportedly began examining guest lists and financial ledgers tied to Diddy's private events, many of which included high-profile athletes, entertainers, and corporate sponsors. LeBron's name reportedly appeared in coordination logs dating back to 2018, though none of these references have been publicly confirmed. Sources claim that some of the electronic data seized from his home included encrypted chats linked to Diddy's management network. Whether these were casual exchanges or something more confidential remains unclear. Still, the implications have sent shockwaves through both the NBA and entertainment industries. For LeBron, the situation has created a perfect storm. His legal team has remained silent, offering only a brief statement confirming cooperation with authorities. Corporate sponsors have reportedly paused upcoming campaigns while waiting for clarity. And within the Lakers organization, insiders describe an atmosphere of tension and caution. Every public appearance, every word spoken, is being analyzed for meaning. Those close to him say he's been under immense pressure, avoiding interviews and limiting travel, while his legal advisors work quietly behind the scenes. At the center of all this is one recurring theme: loyalty. LeBron's entire career has been built around it. Loyalty to his friends, his roots, and his inner circle from Akron, who followed him through every chapter of his life. But that same loyalty might now be his greatest vulnerability. Former Lakers staff have claimed that some of LeBron's personal associates, many without official roles, were regularly seen around team facilities and private areas. That closeness blurred the line between professional boundaries and personal trust. Over the years, coaches and advisors reportedly warned him to be cautious about certain individuals, but he always chose faith over distance. Now, investigators are reportedly analyzing whether that loyalty inadvertently allowed confidential information to pass through the cracks. It's a painful irony for a man whose discipline and control have always been his strongest qualities. To fans, LeBron has long represented the perfect balance of excellence, intelligence, and composure. But even the most calculated public image can fracture when exposed to the chaos of real-world connections. Experts studying celebrity behavior point out that fame at LeBron's level often creates small, insulated networks where accountability fades. Within such circles, trust replaces scrutiny until that trust becomes a liability. Operation Nothing But Net appears to be peeling back those layers, examining how personal loyalty, business alliances, and public image can intersect in dangerous ways. It's less a story about crime and more about how power blurs boundaries, how trust can turn into exposure, and how even the most disciplined figures can find themselves ensnared in the fallout of others' actions. As of now, LeBron James has not been charged with any crime. But silence, in the digital age, speaks loudly. His decision to stay quiet, no interviews, no social media statements, has only intensified the speculation. The calm that once made him look focused now feels like strategic restraint. Analysts and fans alike are asking the same questions. What did LeBron know? How far did his loyalty extend? And can his image, so carefully built over 2 decades, withstand the storm swirling around him? This is no longer just a sports story, it's a collision of fame, loyalty, and power. A look at how even the most respected figures can be pulled into the orbit of scandal without ever crossing a line themselves. For LeBron, the coming weeks may define not just his career, but his legacy. Whether he emerges untouched or permanently shadowed by this investigation will depend on what those seized files reveal, and on how deep the ties between friendship, business, and betrayal really run.